Okay, so this is my girlfriend's computer, which I lovingly crafted about a year ago with some really good eBay deals and other things. But apparently, this ain't good enough anymore. No, not because of the performance, but because it's not cute enough in her office. She got jealous of my own personal build, and guess what she wanted? The Fractal Terror. Where on earth did she get that idea from? So being the content-starved YouTuber that I am, I'm going to do a video today about transferring this build into this case, and I'm going to get your opinions on which one you actually think is better. I know the Fractal Terror is well regarded in the community, but I think this cheap PC cooler i100 actually is a pretty sweet case, and there might be a case to say that this one might be actually the better case out of the two. So let's get into it. Okay, so here's the PC that we're going to be taking apart in order to transfer. And it's the PC cooler, I think it's called an i100 or i100 Pro. Got it on AliExpress. I think I paid about £50 for it, which is pretty cheap for an ITX case. The sides are acrylic and they have this kind of vent like this. It has a cheapish appearance, but I don't think it looks too bad at all. This is the graphics card side because it's a sandwich style case, and this is an RX 5500 XT 4GB. And I got this because she only plays things like The Sims, so we don't need anything really posh for this kind of PC build. You might be wondering what model of 5500 XT this is. It's actually MSI Mech in black, and I spray painted this one myself. Now, I will admit that this is not the perfect paint job, as you'll see later on in the close-ups, but I posted the video of doing it and I got some real hate for it, and it was really funny. But actually, girlfriend loves it. She thinks it looks great. They always say don't paint the fans, but I've not found any problems with this. It didn't affect the temperature at all. They say it will affect the lifespan, but this is a really old card now. It doesn't matter. It's out of warranty, so that's why I did it. There would be no point spray painting this white if I wasn't going to spray paint the fans white, because otherwise the fans would just be black and there would have been no point doing it at all. But with that rant aside, let's have a look at the other side. So there's obviously been a bit of an oopsie on this side here, and I think it's where either me or her, I can't remember, one of us tried to use some kind of cleaning solution on it. It left behind a residue that basically we couldn't get off. I was trying to scrub it off, and eventually all the plastic kind of just fell away like this. So this side is kind of messed up, and trying to find another piece of acrylic like this, I actually found it really difficult. So that's one of the reasons, I guess, why we're changing the case, but that was unfortunate. This is the CPU chamber. So obviously we have our power supply here. I think it's a used Corsair SF 650 or something like that, and it's working absolutely beautifully. It's got these soft braided cables, which is nice for an ITX system. We've got this cooler here, also from AliExpress. I think this is a John's Bow or John's Plus or something. Just a really cheap, low profile cooler, and that does us absolutely fine. Underneath here, you might be able to see the RAM. That is Crucial Ballistics, white, 16GB, 3600 speed CL16. This was my go-to RAM back in the day on AM4. And then the motherboard underneath here is an MSI B450 Gaming AC or something like that, for which I'd already changed the Wi-Fi card to a Wi-Fi 6. And the CPU is a Ryzen 7 2700X. We've also got a 1TB NVMe in there, which we'll see later. You might have noticed there's a little RGB hub up here. It's actually a Corsair IQ hub, which has been wired to accept regular ARGB devices because this motherboard doesn't have 5-pin ARGB. It's got a pretty cool handle on the top, so that's pretty fancy if you're going to carry it around. It's also got one single USB 3 port, which I don't mind on budget cases because lots of budget motherboards don't have USB-C front panel connections, and just a simple power button. I quite like a minimal front I/O like this. I have no problems with it whatsoever. I'd say overall, I really love the compact form factor of this case. It's really portable. You could, realistically, if you put something on the corners, you could put this in a backpack, you could take it around. It's really portable, very, very light, but the build quality is still pretty good. It doesn't feel really flimsy. Okay, so we've explored this old case, old PC. We've given it a thorough dust through, and we've also done some bicep curls with it, which is a pretty important part of transferring a PC, let's be real. So let's take all of this out, and then we'll get on with putting it into the new case. Roll the tape, I guess. we've had some laughs, we've had some tears, but I suppose the real PC is the friends we make along the way. But gobbledygook aside, what do you think? Do you like this new Terra casing? The missus seems to really like it, so I guess that's the most important thing. You know, the Terra is made of really premium materials, it does look very nice, it is a higher quality case, there's no doubt about it, but 2.5 times the cost, you know, that's what you're paying for. I actually think this PC Cooler i100 is a really tidy little case for a low-end build. So, you know, if you're about on AliExpress, I think you could certainly do worse. Obviously, this PCIe riser is only version 3, so that's one thing that does take away from the quality of this case, I suppose, but I'm sure you could pick up a PCIe 4 version nowadays. I've not really done any testing because this PC that she's using, it's mainly just for a bit of The Sims and a bit of uni work and other things, so I didn't really see any point in benchmarking it. But I'll tell you about the spec. It's got a Ryzen 7 2700X, B450 motherboard, RX 5500 XT, and that makes it, you know, a pretty low entry level kind of PC, doesn't it? And I got all the parts for around £300, £350, so it was actually a massive bargain. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a bit of a fraud here, because there's not really any point to this video apart from showing you a nice case transition, so I suppose we should probably leave it there. Guys, I'm going to be selling this PC case on PC36.co.uk, which is my website, and it's just going to be a nominal fee of like £5 or something, so that someone else can use this. I'd rather do that than have it go to landfill, because I can't really use it to resell in a PC when that acrylic panel is all cracked up. So head to the link in the description if you're interested in that. Until next time, see ya.